Hello all, welcome to Shaving with Peg Leg, and I will say good morning to you because it is after 1 a.m. here. Just finally getting to the head shave. I watched the Super Bowl, then I went and talked to the neighbors for a little bit, and I just got back a little while ago. I kept them up past their bedtime, I think. Anyways, Senskinn razor. The L01 Swedish steel blades, Swiss quality titanium. I believe they're made in Bangladesh though. But I do like these blades, so that's kind of the reason I bought 100 of them. They're only $8 for 100 of them, and if you like the blade, doesn't matter. For soap today, one I haven't used in a while, and my label's all kind of screwed up, but Arko stick. And I cut a slice of it off, put it in the bowl, have it sitting on the warmer, getting nice and warm, and now I'm going to pause it and lather that up. Oh, the brush. My new Jequil Corenveo. The new one. I'm going to call this my blue sparkle, I guess. It's actually silver sparkles and a blue handle, but it's a 24 millimeter brush. But it's cleaned, it's ready to go, so let's use it. And I'll be right back after I lather this soap. Okay. We got our soap. I still got a big chunk at the bottom. This bowl has a lid, so if I've got soap left over, I will just put the lid on it and I'll go ahead and use it next time for the head shave too. So, not a loss. Alright. Let's get into it. Aftershave, I'm using my Florida water because it's a citrus scent to go with the lemon urinal scent of the Arko. I hate to tell you this, guys, but I worked restaurants for a lot of years before I did security stuff, and part of that was you sometimes had to clean the bathrooms, and you had to replace the urinal pucks. I never minded the smell of urinal pucks. This thing's driving me nuts. This is getting changed out. I ordered a camera today instead of a phone. So I do have a camera coming in. I'll show you that when it comes in. It's probably going to take me a little while to get it figured out and get it dialed in, but I just wanted just a little bit better video quality, and I'm hoping I get it from the camera as opposed to using a phone all the time. Decent blade exposure, decent blade gap. I can't remember what this is though. I've got it written down. But it's in the notes section on this phone, so I can't exactly look it up right now. But this, I've used it on my head in the past, is a good head shaver. And since I have to go see Mom tomorrow, I figure I might as well do a good head shave. So did you all enjoy the Super Bowl? It was a good game. It really was. Even though I think that holding call at the end of the game against the Eagles was BS. I'm with Greg Olson on that. At that point of the game, let the teams play. And it really wasn't. I don't see where he changed the course of the receiver or anything, where he really interfered with him. You know, football, before long, is going to be two-hand touch or flag. There won't be any tackling allowed. There won't be any physical contact allowed. As it is, the quarterbacks are treated like 9-year-old girls. And they can't be touched. You can't even fart near them. And they have a hissy fit. But I've never liked Roger Goodell anyways. I think he's a candy ass. And I'm so glad to see that, in keeping with his policies, that the NFL is still practicing segregation and division by playing the black national anthem prior to the game. Why don't we just segregate and divide everybody just a little bit more? Like, the media and the politicians aren't doing that enough. So let's get football involved. Well, I hope you take a hint from Disney, because they're going freaking broke with their woke policies. So I hope you do too. I boycotted the NFL for a full year over all the kneeling stuff. I wouldn't watch a game, and I might go back to that if they keep up with this shit. This sport used to be played by guys who wore World War II leather pilots' helmets when they collided with each other. And not these crash dummy or crash test dummy helmets that they're wearing now, where, I mean, I understand safety for the players and all that, but you're also volunteering to play a violent sport. Man the hell up. Well, I gotta make my monies. Well, you're overpaid in the first place. These guys crying they're not making enough money when they're making 10 to 20 million a year, some of them, and they're crying that they're not making enough money. And the thing about it is, most of these guys, not all, but most of them, will be broke within 5 years of retirement because they pissed the money away. Kind of like me. You know, I get paid once a month. You know, I spend a lot of it on booze, drugs, and broads, and then the rest I piss away on bills and shit. But, yeah, that's how they're going to be. And we're not doing a history tonight, because there really wasn't that much interesting in there. There really wasn't. Unless we wanted to do a segment. And I could do a segment of this every time I do a video about how it, on this time, this date, and this year in the past, the Jews were not allowed to be doctors. They weren't allowed to be lawyers. They weren't allowed to own businesses. They weren't allowed to. They were removed from this city. They were removed from this country. So you know what? You want to talk about being oppressed? Why don't you talk to the Jews and their frickin' forever history of it happening to them? Don't talk to me about reparations. I'm all for reparations. I really am, though. As soon as you go back to Africa and find the tribe that conquered your tribe and sold you into slavery, made you slaves, then sold you into slavery. Okay? The white man did not go into interior Africa to hunt for slaves. They were brought to the coast and sold to the slavers by other tribes who had enslaved you. You go find them, and then you tell them you want reparations. Until that, I don't want to hear shit out of your mouth. And I'm tired of everybody trying to divide this country by saying, "Oh, I'm Mexican American, I'm Chinese American, I'm Black American." No, if you're born in this country, you're American. I don't give a crap what color your skin is. I don't care if you're a Peter Puffer or a Muff Diver. I don't care what your sexual orientation is. And that's another thing we could get into, but we're not going to today. But I don't care about any of that. If you're born in this country, you're an American. Act like it. Stop being a candy ass. We all bleed red. If I need a kidney or a heart, and the only one available to me is from a black man, am I going to refuse it because it's from... No, I don't think so. Are you going to refuse mine because I'm white? No, I don't think you will. So stop with your bullshit. Excuse me. That whole subject pisses me off. It really does. Okay. That's it for my rant for today. Did you know a snail can sleep for 3 years? And I guess we all know that turtles can breathe out their butt, right? Did you know all polar bears are left-handed? Did you know it's physically impossible for pigs to look up from their position on all fours to go like this and look up at the sky? Did you know it's impossible for pigs to look up? It's the way their vertebrae are designed. They can't do it. Elephants are the only animals that can't jump. Coca-Cola was originally green because of the fresh coca leaves used in it. Honey, of course, is the only food that won't spoil. They have found honey in containers in the pyramids that was still edible. Strawberry are the only fruit with the seeds on the outside. All vegetables must be replanted every year except for 2 perennial vegetables, asparagus and rhubarb. They can live to reproduce on their own for several growing seasons. There are 366 dimples on a golf ball. There are 318,979,564 possible ways to play the first 4 moves per side in chess. The bulletproof vest was invented by a pizza delivery guy from Detroit, Michigan, USA, after he was shot twice on the job. I guess that would be incentive, would it not? Honey, I'm going to work. Gonna get shot again tonight. Honey, I'm going to get shot. I'll see you later. Don't you mean you're going to work? Same thing. Oops. Okay. Boxing is the only sport where neither the combatants or the spectators know or the participants, I should say, or the spectators know the score until the winner, score or the winner until the contest ends. All right, here's a good one that a lot of people don't know. Each king in a deck of playing cards represents great kings from history. Spades is King David. Clubs is Alexander the Great. Hearts is Charlemagne. And diamonds is Julius Caesar. Next time you're playing cards, spring that on your card playing partners. The most common name in the world is Mohammed. And he calls me saying his name is Steve from Pakistan, trying to sell me car insurance. The name of all the continents end with the same letter that they start with. That's yes and no, because North and South America one starts N, one starts S, but they say the America is the important part of the word. I'm iffy on that one. Here's a good one. Here's a little bit of trivia you may not know. If a statue of a person in the park is on a horse, and the horse has both front legs in the air, the person died in battle. If the horse has one front leg in the air, the person died from wounds received in battle. And if the horse has all four legs on the ground, the person died of natural causes. Mao Zedong of China, Chairman Mao, never brushed his teeth in his entire life. When Elizabeth I of Russia died in 1762, there were 15,000 dresses in her closets. Randy Gardner of San Diego is the longest person who has gone without sleep for 11 days in 1965. He broke the record of Peter Tripp of New York, who set the record of 8.5 days without sleep. I struggle after 2 days of no sleep, and I've done that, and I pushed it to 3. Well, it was like 2.25. But anyways, 11 days with no sleep. I couldn't even imagine. Strongest muscle in the body is the tongue. Women blink nearly twice as much as men. They talk 10 times as much. Mostly about inane shit nobody gives a crap. Wow. Well, that's another story. Yes, my trouble spots. Always my trouble spots. I've got to look into getting a new video editor too, because my editor, I'm not going to put an opening clip in this one. Like I usually put some kind of funny thing in the beginning. I'm not going to do it with this video because it takes my video editor an hour to take that 10-second clip and blend it to this video. To combine the two. It takes it an hour. It's ridiculous. So I got to find another video editor. Any suggestions for you guys that make videos? Leave in the comment box, please, because I'm using VideoPad, and it's just totally pissing me off right now. It's impossible to lick your elbow. I'll wait while you try, because I know you're going to. But it is impossible to lick your elbow. You also cannot kill yourself by holding your breath. You cannot commit suicide by holding your breath. Go ahead and try. While you're trying to lick your elbow, hold your breath. See if you can die. I'll wait. because you can't do it. I really like this razor as a head shaver. I really do. It's one of my better ones. Like fingerprints, everybody's tongue print is different. If you sneeze too hard, you can fracture a rib. If you try to suppress a sneeze, you can rupture a blood vessel in your head or neck and die. I'm not saying you're going to, but you could. A sneeze can kill you, but holding your breath can't. An average person, not a fatty like me, but an average person consumes 60,000 pounds of food in their lifetime. $60,000 pounds of food you will eat in your lifetime, you fat bastard. An average person getting 8 hours sleep a night will spend 24 years of their life sleeping. An average woman consumes 6 pounds of lipstick in her lifetime, unless she talks a lot and has to reapply it more times. Here's a good one. You want to go on a diet? If they're eating 60,000 pounds of food, here's a diet for you. Sitting while talking on the phone for 8 hours will burn 914 calories. Driving a car for 8 hours will knock off 1,219 calories. And standing in a casino for 8 hours will burn 1,402 calories. Plus fill your lungs with smoke. The liquid inside young coconuts, not older coconuts, not ripe ones, but young ones, can be used as a substitute for blood plasma. So why are you donating blood if they can just get it from coconuts? Or donating plasma, I should say. Donkeys kill more people annually than plane crashes do. You burn more calories sleeping than you do watching TV. Probably because you're tossing and turning and rolling all over the place. The first product to have a barcode. We all know barcodes because we all scan our shit at Walmart so we can pay for it. Well, we scan most of it, don't we? Anyways. The first product with a barcode was Wrigley's gum. The King of Hearts in that deck of cards is the only one without a mustache. Apples, not caffeine, is more effective at waking you up in the morning. So when you get up in the morning, instead of getting that cup of coffee, that's good. That is a good shave. I'm going to do that one more time. It's got still just a little bit of rough. Okay, guys. You know how your wife dusts the house, or if you're a kind gentleman, you help the wife and you dust the house? Most of the dust particles in your house are made up of dead skin cells. Yummy thought. Pears melt in vinegar. It is possible to lead a cow upstairs. You can take a cow from the first floor of your house to the second story to take it to bed with you. But you cannot lead a cow down the stairs. They won't go. And for some unknown reason, which nobody has been able to figure out as of yet, a duck's quack does not echo. Nobody knows why. And I'm sure the U.S. government has given hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars to researchers researchers to figure out why a duck's quack does not echo. Because they love to give money away for stupid shit. Like studying homosexuality in fruit flies. They just love to spend our money on the stupidest shit, don't they? You know the billions we send all these countries every year? There wouldn't be a homeless or hungry person in this country if we stopped doing that. That's just a personal add-on for me. Dentists have recommended you keep a toothbrush at least 6 feet away from the toilet to avoid airborne particles resulting from the flush. So your toilet flushes hard enough to send particles of poop into the air and get on your toothbrush. Well, let me tell you something. There ain't 6 feet from my toilet to anywhere in this bathroom. So, the bathroom's only like, I can't my fingertips on this hand are touching the wall here, okay? They're touching the wall. Here, can you see how my arm's bent? I'm touching this wall. I ain't 6 feet. To the door to this back wall where the camera's mounted, yes, there's 6 feet, but the toilet's right here. And that's all I got. That's all I got. I'll use it. I don't have to because I know there's nothing, but I'll use it anyways. Damn, that head is sticky. My head is so smooth right now. I still got... It's a little bit here. It's like... But it's not enough to... That when my skin retracts and relaxes a little bit, it'll disappear instantly. I didn't feel anything. I just felt the damn thing moving on my head. There's still nothing up there. This razor, like I said, I had to wait 4 months for this to come back in stock on Amazon. I just like the look of the razor and I wanted to get it because I like the look of it. It's turned out to be a really, really good head shaver. I'm going to use the rose scented witch hazel because it don't matter. My Florida water. I use my little spray bottles. I filled them all. They come with labels too that you can write on, of course. Little brown ovals you can write on to tell what's in the spray. So I got my Aqua Velva Musk, and my Skin Bracer in them already. I was thinking about doing this one, but this restrictor isn't a monster like those. I didn't have to even pull the restrictor off to fill those bottles. I just had to put my little funnel in the bottle and dump into the funnel. Johnson & Johnson baby lotion. Here, a little bit. Did it fall off my finger? It did. Fell on the floor. If you've ever used this stuff, you know it goes a long way. Alright. Anyways. Heard my rants about the NFL and Goodell. Sorry, I don't like the guy. I think he's taken a good sport and he's ruined it, but... Oh, what can we say, huh? We say it's almost 30 minutes long. I've been rambling again. All right, guys, I appreciate it. It was a good game. I enjoyed it. I think the Eagles got robbed with that stupid holding penalty. It happens. Reps are reps. You can't call everything correctly. Humans make mistakes. So, with that, I will say, don't forget the affiliate link, please. If you're going to buy something from TRC, Razor Company, use that affiliate link. I get a kickback. When that account hits $25, I get a gift card and give it back to you guys. And don't forget to check on the 4 channels I'll put in the description box. Give them a sub and a like. I'm sure they would appreciate their numbers going a little bit. So I appreciate y'all being here. And enough of the babbling fat guy in the camera. You're in the chair next. Happy shaves out there, guys.